Thank you guys for coming back to Cobra TV, and we are going to continue with Game Lore. It's a show that we built around discovering and exploring the lore in No Man's Sky back in January 7th of 2017, with our first episode being all about the Korvax. And then we uploaded the part 2 to that No Man's Sky game lore, talking about the Viking, the Gek, and the Korvax, all about the Great War that happened in the past. In light of Waking Titan, we're going to pick up where we left off, but this time, exploring the lore behind Priest Nada and the Atlas. I want to extend a big thank you to Multigrain Pasta at Retro Wi-Fi Gaming on Twitter for contributing the screenshots of the Atlas with the Atlas language fully known and readable for this episode of Game Lore. So let's begin. Throughout this episode, we are going to explore the first encounter with Nada, and then the first encounter with Atlas, and then the second encounter with Nada, and then the second encounter with Atlas, and so on. I remember my first encounter with Nada and Polo at the Space Anomaly made me feel so amazed at how sci-fi this game actually was. And the first encounter reads, "As I approach the electronic being, it springs to life. From its dark mask, scanning beams emerge that envelop me. There is an unnerving chittering sound, and then unbelievably it speaks in my language. It offers me a choice. It can show me how to harness black holes in order to embark upon a journey to the center of the galaxy. It can light my way to an Atlas interface so I may follow a path, or it will assist me in my own exploration." Nada then says, "Rare linguistic form, pleasure, Nada, divergent Korvax, assistance, route to Galactic Core, reconnect with Atlas for guidance, resource for journey, yes, no. And if you choose the Atlas path, you get your first Atlas interface." And going to one of these things for the very first time blew my mind, and it still does to this day. The first Atlas interface reads, "You are first kind to take this step. No other has dared the infinite. This grant of purpose will span universes. Open the sky, be our eyes, find and know us. We await you. It is alien, unlike anything I have ever seen before. I should be afraid, but an inexorable pull draws me toward the heart of the construct. I need to know. This is a remnant of the Atlas. It welcomes me. It knows what I am. It offers the promise of true understanding. The intent burns in me. I will peer into the structure of causality and know this existence. If it is real or some incalculably vast simulacrum authored by other intelligences." During your second encounter with Nada, it reads, "Nada is, they reveal, a Korvax priest somehow freed of the group mind, now researching the origins of the galaxy. They express a bold theory that our entire reality is something else's experiment, a simulation. I want to laugh, but then I remember the Atlas. Nada offers me a choice again, or is this a test? Be returned to the fixed path of the Atlas, find black holes to carry me to the galaxy's core, or accept a gift to aid me in my own travels." Then Nada says, "Repeated visitor, welcome. Assistance again? Return you to Atlas control? Find galactic core meaning? Help you on journey? Decide." Choosing the way to the Atlas brings you to the next interface. "We have come so far, and yet we are lost. The seeking of the kindred never ends. The endless night unfolds before you. Wonder and fear, silence and delight, such knowledge awaits." Another Atlas interface. How many of these constructs exist in the deep void? How long have they been slumbering, waiting for a traveler? Have they been waiting for me? I sense the creators of this reality. They emulate everything. The Gek and the Viking, the Korvax and the Sentinels. Every world that turns and form that lives. The ghost of them lingers and drives me on. There is so much I can learn from them. The third encounter with Nada. Nada's normally restrained form is jittering and dancing, the external symptom of an internal struggle. Iridescent lights fluoresce across their visor. At times, another entity seems to stare out. I grasp their arm firmly, and soon a familiar light pattern reasserts itself. The Korvax endlessly attempt to regain their errant shell and wipe Nada from existence. But the priest entity won't succumb until they have solved the riddle of reality. Then Nada says, "Korvax convergence crave, non-compliant Nada shell. Convergence illogical. traveler data, conclusion irresistible, galaxy shape, size, distribution error. Explore more. The third encounter of the Atlas station reads, trace the threads of gravity, do not hesitate. The void sings in vibrant chorus, siren song, and hymnal. The sands of reality shift and merge, becoming one. You are within this. There is purpose in this, I am certain. The wanderer's way beckons, heedless of direction, freed from all control, but balanced against it is the promise of raw knowledge. The Atlas needs me so it may know itself. I am at the crossroads of a momentous decision. I feel it with every parsec I travel. The open stars call to me, stirring something primal and undeniable. The path toward the endpoint unfolds. I must decide where my fate lies. The fourth encounter with Nada. Nada is plugged into a bank of instruments as I approach. Suns flare and die on the panels. Voxel molecules pop in and out of existence in matched pairs. I see error messages reeling on the readouts, and I am perplexed. Nada sees me and explains there are repeating patterns all across the galaxy, identical elements where there should be endless divergence. This cannot be a coincidence. Did the Atlas do this? Across the room, Polo giggles. Then Nada says physics simplistic, chemistry arbitrary, hypothesis simulation, galaxy not base existence. Explore, but beware red orb. Find flaws and model. Exploit, find truth, yes or no. The next Atlas station reads, there is a horizon beyond this one and beyond the next. You will cross them all for us. Question nothing, fear nothing. The calling cannot be denied. This is what you are. Is it wrong to question this? Have I crossed the orbits of countless stars in darkness unmeasured? And yet the Atlas remains changeless. My mission predestined. At each interface, an Atlas stone awaits me. I am driven to gather them, but to what end? Perhaps there is only one great prism, materializing ahead of me each time I pass. Perhaps my course winds upon itself in a mad spiral. Have I come too far to turn back? The fifth encounter with Nada. Nada stays back from me this time. The lights dance across their visor like warning symbols. Something has changed between us. Nada explains that their reasoning has advanced. They have found no room in the galaxy for free will or anything but brutal causation. They worry we are but pawns of whatever higher being created us, puppets dancing on strings. Nada suspects me. I am the aberration. Am I the puppet master too? Nada then says, creator of simulation, friend or foe. Paranoia imperative, galaxy purely casual, individualism statistical anomaly. Nada is an error. Trust Nada? Trust you? The fifth encounter with Atlas. Delay serves no purpose. The gathering of the unrecorded is ultimate. Learn all that is open to you. Seek and document and know. Bring it to us while there is still time. When I dream, I see the Atlas. When I see the Atlas, I am the dream. I see the Sentinels swarm about their creator, but they are directionless and uncontrolled, a threat. They cloud the truth and the galaxy becomes unclear, as if through an unreal lens. To know reality, I must pass through it and see what lies on the far side. I must be guided. I offer myself to the interface. I seek the precision that only the Atlas can provide. The sixth encounter with Nada. Nada's paranoia is infectious. I find myself spying into the room before I enter. The Gek Polo seems occupied, taking joy in their chores, but Nada's shell is static, save for the dancing lights. Was that a flash of red behind the visor? If it was, it doesn't repeat. I wait a moment and enter loudly. Polo greets me effusively, but Nada and I are standoffish, our trust failing. Nada says to me, red orbs dominant, hostile, creators of their relics. Singularities are key. Peripatetic path to galactic core, path message from creator, or sloppy workmanship. The sixth encounter with Atlas. Yet you follow, it is remarked, but will you endure until the finality? Expel all doubt, none return. Beyond the cascade and storms there is only the clarity of absolute truth. I dismiss recall of the days before this. The act of discovery for discovery's sake now seems like a foolish conceit. I have rejected the random and untethered path of the itinerant, and I am better for it. With each encounter, the Atlas speaks to me in clearer terms. I am no longer the nomad, but the seeker, the carrier of the illumination. It warns me not to stray, to bring it the knowledge it seeks, and my voyage is far from over. The seventh encounter with Nada. Nada and Polo are unusually quiet. Polo is deep in machinery, Nada in simulations, but the room is tense. It is clear that there has been a recent disagreement. Nada beckons me over. They express frustration over being tied to a machine body, but I am different. Able to survive in so many ways, in so many places, I can go anywhere in the galaxy, be it in search of truth or to live my life as I see fit. Nada envies me, they admit. Then Nada says, Polo, joy and experience, only data valuable. Nada tied to shell, to this galaxy. Frustration, sadness, you not tied. Key, explore, escape, report back. The seventh Atlas interface. Suns die and worlds are made a shin, yet we remain. The ending is no end. Existence is unbounded and languor engulfs the darkness. Bring us our meaning, if you are capable. What is learned can never be unlearned. I realize the trials in my path are all engineered to challenge me, test me, prove my worthy. But I'm afraid I have seen too much. The code that underpins the universe comes to me in glimpses, half-remembered visions. Existence as a synthetic, governed by monolithic, complex algorithms, a program as infinite as a universe. I am drawing back the veil on reality, and what I see there is terrifying. The eighth encounter with Nada. Nada stands close this time. If the being was capable of emotion, I'd say they were racked by it. They hesitantly rest a hand on my shoulder and the visor moves close. I cannot see beneath the mask, but I feel that Nada is staring into my eyes. If I continue to the center, this will be goodbye. Neither of us know if either will survive, if anything will survive, if freedom or destruction awaits us. Fearfully, sadly, Nada bids me farewell. Nada continues, Nada value in progress, help you escape, purpose at end, discoveries converge, casualtive galaxy, path to core, red orbs, simplistic physics, or ignore, wander free. The eighth encounter with the Atlas interface. You are bonded to this act. Obedience brings certainty. Your enlightenment lies within the cage of your duty. Do not fail us. We will see with your eyes. When the Atlas interface addresses me, I sense dark portent in its words. It knows some mastery of me now. If I wish it or not, I have become the servant of this ancient sentience. It guides me through the cosmos, ever searching, never deviating. Have others come before and faltered along the path of the Atlas become dust? Is it I alone who have forged this far? Only an ending will revelation arise. Resistance will not be permitted. The ninth encounter with Nada. The panels and systems are idling now. Nada seems to have learned all it can from them. I report my travels and discoveries and their mask lights up. All the pieces have fallen into place, Nada explains. Where once Nada stared at star maps, now they see lines of code, connections, and patterns everywhere. The galaxy is a spider web, but who or what is the spider? The center is close now. Perhaps soon we will know. I shiver involuntarily. And then Nada says all must end. Time must end. Data must survive. At start, center of galaxy, calm heart of storm. Your travel vital. Reach the end. My work done. Return to convergence. The ending becomes visible, drawing toward our locus. We sense you. What has been witnessed cannot be unseen. There is no sanctuary, only endpoint and communion. Close now. I am close to the endpoint. The sense of it is upon me, a shimmer at the edges of my vision, ghosting away when I attempt to focus my consciousness. I am torn. Fear drags me back. Fear of what shattering truth I shall learn. What drives me on? Is it curiosity, free will? This is the illusion. I have become automata. I am the experiment and the observer. The universe was created for my journey. It is built about the path that I follow. We will reward the totality of your devotion. Your gift is a glimpse into our ceaseless actuality. Come to us. Do not turn away. Know our inescapable truth. The final interface is revealed, the Atlas beckoning. This is totality. This is conformity. I'm elated, terrified, and broken. Every waypoint has inexorably drawn me here, and I have come so very far. The revelation tears me asunder. My role is complete. My program ended. Nothing is real. This existence is an imitation of life, a model made by jaded intellects enslaved to their actuality as I am enslaved to mine. What lies beyond that truth? Clarity, truth, actuality. My journey is complete. A great sense of fulfillment washes over me, but fades as I realize that, for all my efforts, I am unchanged. Unbidden, the Atlas seeds gravitate towards the doorway, and I realize what is about to happen if I let it. Birth a new star, walk away, and return to the galaxy. And that concludes the Atlas Path. We decided to explore the lore of the Atlas Path due to the Waking Titan ARG, which seems to have a lot of hints to the Atlas lore. After rediscovering and exploring the Atlas Path, the Waking Titan ARG is making just a little bit more sense. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, and I will jump down there with you. As always, I love you guys. I will see you all in the next video. And until next time.